So we're going to move into another Qigong sequence or set called the 8 brocades. It's again one of the very well-known Qigong sets. And it was first written in Chinese texts dating back to 1127. But some Qigong masters feel it dates further back to around 200 BC. So some of the drawings were discovered in tombs on silk scrolls, and some of those drawings of the movements, they are thought to date back that far. So we're walking in a very long lineage of movements that were done specifically for health preservation. And so I think we could stand confidently in that, knowing that for many, many, many years, a few thousand years, these have been used for health. And so this particular movement seems to work best with practice. So the more you practice, the more it grounds and strengthens. So we'll have a go at it together anyway. So we start with the feet together. We sink and step out to the side. And the palms circle around towards the front, just coming in front of the lower dantian area, just below the navel. Palms are out from the body, center of the palm, this working palace point or laogung, connected into the dantian. It's just a moment really to pause, connect internally, connect with yourself, how you're doing, how's your breathing, and inviting your focus and your qi, your attention to concentrate here. We'll bring all of you here. And then we lower the palms and link the fingers, draw up the front as we breathe in. Turn out the palms, looking at the back of the fingers, and then looking forward as they go overhead. Keep the shoulders dropped, and then slowly release down the sides of the body. Bending the knees to match the movement, and drawing up the front, the center line again. Gazing at the back of the palms as they're slightly forward of our forehead, and then overhead. And the first brocade is said to benefit the triple burner. The triple burner is an organ in traditional Chinese medicine. They say we have 3 burners, the lower, middle and upper, from the lower abdomen through to the upper abdomen and then the chest. Has an influence on our digestion, our metabolism, relationship with different organs in the body, and the smooth flow of qi through those systems, benefiting the overall relationship of those organs and systems. So openness up through the body. And we're turning the palms out, thinking of the 4th finger or the ring finger. So the triple burner meridian line runs along from the 4th finger up along the tops of the arms. So this movement activates that meridian line. Triple burner. Raising the heavens, or lifting the palms through the center. Holding up the heavens. And feel a sense too of, as the palms rise up and push away towards the ceiling, keep a little softness through the elbows and push down into the feet. So your sense of elongation through those palms and the arms and the whole body. And keep the chest soft, knees soft. One more. You can traditionally do about 6 of these. We do 7 of the final one. Lowering down. And we're exhaling as we come down. And as we sink, we cross the arms and step out wide to the side, opening, drawing the bow to shoot the bird of prey. So I'm gazing out through this gauge like an archer. So the gauge, the tiger's mouth, looks to the side as I sink in the center. And I've pulled back the string of the bow across the chest. And then I extend that arm out, leaning the weight into the foot, the opposite foot as we step in. Sink, crossing the arms, stepping wide again to the other side, drawing the bow to the other side. This benefits the lungs particularly, and also the liver. Shifting the weight across, stepping in, feet together, sink, and step wide again. Horse stance, so double shoulder width, but feel free to modify that as you need. Make that the steps smaller. You don't need to sink as deep. Drawing the bow, drawing across the body, and gazing our vision through the tiger's mouth or the gauge of the arrow. And if you like here, you could keep your weight more central as you sink in the center and open. And rise as you cross towards the front, and then opening again as you sinking as you open to the other side. So this movement could equally be done sitting down. It causes an opening through the lung meridian and also the liver. So drawing the bow to shoot the bird of prey, or drawing the bow. And we step back in, the palms come in. This time we're going into a movement called separating heaven and earth. One palm rises up overhead, fingers looking overhead, and top palm presses down, the fingers look forward. We sink. As we exhale, connect in towards the dantian again, swap the palms, rotating up and out, opening the front of the body. And this is said to benefit more the spleen and stomach, so the whole digestive function of the body, the earth element. Connecting the palms in to the dantian as it comes down the center line and then rises up again, so opening up through the front of the body. Sink, connect in, and keeping this front channel soft, creating an opening, and I'm flexing too at the wrist, so judge how that is for your own body. Don't cause too much tension in the wrist area. And you're inviting an opening through the spleen, the stomach of this particular movement. And finishing on the right. As you come down, slowly let the two palms move together, back and overhead, as we turn the palms and rotate the wrist, gazing over the shoulder, the thumb reaching back behind us, turning back to the center, sinking, connecting into the dantian. This is called wise owl gazes backwards, or its full name, wise owl gazes backwards to eliminate the 5 fatigues and the 7 illnesses. So that's a big ask of a little movement. It's quite a lovely movement for activating the neck, the shoulders, and what the ancient Chinese Taoists would say, the abode of the inner gods. So our intuition, and valuing our intuition. Activating here too a sense of balance, calmness through the nervous system. So the 7 illnesses, the 5 fatigues and the 7 illnesses, lot of times to do with excess and deficiency. So when we overdo our activities or underdo, not put in enough effort, it causes an imbalance in our system. We're inclined to overdo a lot of things and to our not minding our energy, overcommitted, or we have too many responsibilities, so that can weigh on us. This is said to balance or invite a sense of balance through our nervous system, inviting the heart to release its holding of stress, come into a natural rhythm with ourselves. And we draw the palms up the center line, overhead, and stepping out wide to the side again, horse stance. Feel free to slightly open the feet if you need to. And palms come to the thighs. We shift across, turn, and fold. So we bend and look towards the feet and the toes, particularly the big toe. We circle around and push up again and back to center. And sink the weight to the other side, turn the waist and fold forward, keeping the back nice and straight, shifting, pushing up off the foot. And here you can invite a rotation through the waist and the head and neck if that's easy for you. Shift the weight across, turn, sink, straight back, gazing at the big toes, forward. So this movement is for what's called heart fire, which is generally a term in Chinese medicine for overstress, frazzled, feeling again just overcommitted and panicky about things, too much anxiety in the system. So in general, when we fold our bodies forward in these slow movement practices, we're releasing, calming down through the nervous system, but also bringing a more settled feeling through the body, releasing excess. So feeling the strength through the legs, really working the legs here, so feel free not to step out as wide as you need, as I am here. You can keep closer together. You can also not fold as much forward, but using your intention nonetheless to release and relax, release tension out of the system. We circle back in, stepping back in, shoulder width, we come down the center line, and 2 palms and float up overhead, getting ready for a movement for the kidneys. So kidneys in Chinese medicine are where our ancestral qi is located, what we were born with, our body shape, our gifts, our strengths, our weaknesses. And we draw the palms to the kidneys and float down, massage down the back of the legs, which is the bladder channel. Come round the front, holding the feet. And then pushing up off the feet, bending the knees, float the arms up overhead. And here, the Chinese calling in spirit and essence, which is said to live in the heavens or sky, and drawing that energy down into the body to store back in as Jing into the kidneys. Bringing the essence back through to the kidneys, massaging around the rib cage to the kidneys, bending the knees if you need to as you come down the front line, holding the feet. Connect the kidney point under the foot. pushing up, drawing down essence and spirit into the body. And here we're thinking of that quality again of the kidneys, the wisdom. So inviting in that quality through this movement. Just really get into your own gentle, smooth flow with this. Strengthening that water element, the quality of releasing fear and impurities out of the body. And if you feel the need to you can just come as far as the knees, using your intention and then floating back up. Drawing in with your intention, this ancient practice of using visualization. That in itself is a practice dating back 2,500 years. Using our intention and knowing our chi, wherever the intention goes, chi follows. Down the bladder channel, the back of the legs, around the front, holding the feet, connecting to the earth. Sink, pushing forward and up. Opening the spirit and essence from the sky, flowing down into the body. And storing again as Jing. Two hands climb the feet to strengthen the kidneys. It's also called two palms hold the feet to strengthen the kidneys. We'll do one more. Releasing down, feeling the strength of standing on the earth, the feet connected to the ground. Floating up, and then moving our attention to the connection to sky, the heavens, and drawing in energy from both directions into the center. And here we're closing in then our thumb around inside our fingers. We draw the fists towards the waist. You sink and step wide to the side. You can stay in closer if that feels easier. And we move into punching with an angry gaze. So punch forward, open, and circle the palm, thumb again inside the fingers. Punch, open. Releasing any frustrations or anger in the liver channel. I say punching with an angry gaze so that it's linked, the liver channel that we're activating here is linked to the eyes and to our gaze or our vision. Or punching. Punching to release any extra stress or strain on the system, but also our frustrations, our annoyances, people we're angry with, situations we're angry with, all of that unuseful energy that just ties us up in knots. Just as we open the waist, sense freeing up of that energy, releasing that out of the body, composting it back, transforming that energy and drawing in fresh, usable energy. Strengthening our ability to take appropriate action on behalf of not only ourselves but the community, the wider community. And release as we step the feet back in together. Palms rest at the sides. And we lift the heels. So we lift slightly and then a little bit higher. Lower and drop. It's called shake the back 7 times to eliminate the 100 illnesses. So for our overall well-being, this practice at the end conditions our qi. It's said to be like a sugar bowl that you just shake to settle the position of the sugar in the bowl. So here we're inviting all that activation, circulation of qi to move to the organs and systems where it's needed. And as we land the heel back down, there's a little thud, but not severe. Just causes a gentle shake up through the body and the back. We do that last movement 7 times. And slowly bringing the palms back to the dantian. And for ladies, the left palm first, covered by the right, and the opposite for men. And I'm mirroring you there.